So please say of your question at the end of this webinar, so we can have more time to answer your questions. All right. Again, congratulations on successfully moving your nominee artists to the full nomination stage this program. Today's webinar will walk you through the required support materials that you will upload into Sage. And we will talk through the evaluation criteria that the review panel will use to review and score the support materials that you supply. And finally, Robert and Rochelle will walk through the process for uploading support material in Sage. So let's get started. There are only 4 materials required to complete the nomination process. One is the nomination statement, which usually is the letter of support submitted with the notice of intent to nominate. Second are the letter of support, at least 3, no more than 5. And third, the artist bio or resume, and the fourth one is a web link to artist website or other online location where the work can be viewed.
So to go into more detail here, the letters of support must include one overarching nomination statement, which usually is the letter that accompanied your notice of intent to nominate, but it doesn't have to be. In addition, you must have a minimum of 3 other letters, one from each of the different supporters listed here. And you have to have the optional materials are optional, but you do have to have the web link and the bio and resume. And then in addition, you can submit optional materials like a PDF list of links to different work samples, or even a few images, videos, publications, etc. There are a number of ways to supply examples of artists' work for the panel to review, but one required way is by providing a link to a website. So be sure to do that. Here's some tips for your support materials. First, make sure that the letters of support are personalized to your artist and thoroughly describe their work, the folk traditional community that they're a part of, and how their artwork impacts that community. A generic, I support artist so-and-so for this program is not likely to be enough to convince the panel that your artist is worthy of a Heritage Fellowship. Second, make sure that all of the work samples that are provided of the artist's work are of the highest quality. And note when you can, which person is the artist. For instance, you might want to write in the description, the artist is the banjo player in the yellow shirt. And of course, it's very important to make sure that all of your required materials are submitted in Sage by the deadline of February 23rd, 2023 at 4:00 p.m.
Why submit optional material when you don't have to? If the website you provide has all new sample of the artist's work, the panel may appreciate seeing the artist's older works and progress. If you have samples that don't appear on the website, provided that you think the panel really need to see, consider submitting them as optional materials. In some cases, the artist's website may be dedicated to their teaching or gear for selling complete works, and you want to ensure the panel knows more about the rest of their work and engagement with the community. So providing added materials can help tell the whole story to the review panel.
So what specific things will the review panel be evaluating? These 3 points right here, those are the evaluation criteria. And knowing this now may help you decide what to include and what not to include in your submission. Include items that are required, of course, but consider optional materials that will best help a panel reviewer evaluate the artist in terms of these 3 things: high quality artwork, their artist's significance in their artistic genre, and their contributions to keeping and sharing the artistic traditions of their community.
All right. Now, Robert and Rochelle will walk you through Sage and what Sage look like. So Robert and Rochelle.
First, I need to unmute myself. And I am now sharing my Sage screen. Danielle or Kim, can you confirm that you can see that, right?
Yes.
Okay. So everyone, this is just sort of a quick overview of Sage itself. Sage stands for the System for Administering Grants Electronically. It's up here in the left corner. When you log in with the credentials that were given to you by Rachel in an email last week, you will likely see your name, where I see mine here. And then you'll have a section called View Opportunities, an inbox of messages. If you do receive any messages, you will also receive them in your email, just so you're aware. And then you'll have a task list. Your task list is certainly not going to look like my task list. You only have one thing on your task list, which is a Heritage Fellowship application. And to enter that application, you are going to select the document number, which will bring you to a page called a Forms menu. And to return to this form menus page, you can always select the Forms menu link right up here. Inside of the Forms menu, Rachel and I have already taken care of two elements of your application for you, which is the type of support and the panel support. We have selected both of those as Heritage Fellowship and also saved those pages for you. You will have to review the first page, which is the applicant profile information review page. Most of the information in this page is also already inside of the Sage system. However, when you first visit the page, the information is not going to show up. So what you need to do is step 4, which is save the page. And I know it seems silly to save a page that has nothing on it, but you will have a save button right up here. I have a next, see that? You have a save. So if you save this page with nothing in it, your information for the artist will then begin to populate. You will still have to select a prefix, a date of birth, place of birth, and then a congressional district and a legislative district. We do need that information on file when we get to the actual grant payment if you are awarded this opportunity. To move through the document itself from this page, again, you will have a save right up here. You will also have an option for save and next, which you can do simultaneously. Or if you've already saved the page, you can just select the next. This will bring you to the type of support, which, as I noted, Rachel and I have already done for you. We've selected the radio button of Heritage Fellowships and saved it for you. This time I'm going to select Save and Next to move forward. A little slow today. We're now in page 3, which is the panel category. Again, Rachel and I have already selected the Heritage Fellowships for you and saved it. So we're going to save and next again. And this is going to bring us to the page with the most information on your part, which is all of the uploads. So as Kim and Danielle noted, there are a number of elements that are required. And then there are also additional fields that can be filled in. In order to make sure that the system recognizes the documents or links, website links that you're trying to put in, the best tip that I can give you from this page and to work within this page is to select the radio button that you're actually going to use first. So for a nomination statement, likely you have it as a document that you're going to upload. You will choose the file. You can add a description. As Danielle noted before, it could be, I liked this, so I wrote it down. Artist in banjo, artist is the banjo player wearing the yellow shirt. This is where you would add that information. Artist is the banjo player in the yellow shirt. And then you would save just number 1, the nomination statement. If that saves correctly, move on to number 2. which is the artist bio and resume. Again, if you have a website for this, you would want to select website location and type into this field, www.websitelocation.com. Or if you had an upload, you would do the upload. And again, choose your file, add a description. The artist is the banjo player in the yellow shirt, and save for number 2. Once you save the first 4 required, so number 3 is the letters of support, and number 4 is the artist website link, you will then refer to the guidelines for any further documents that you're going to upload for support for the panel review. Rachel and I have added a total of 20 documents that you can add to support. All of them follow the same system as the first 4. However, the first 4 are very clearly labeled because that is what is clearly labeled in the guidelines. So again, it's the nomination statement, your artist bio and resume, letters of support, you will combine and upload them, and the artist website link. After that, very carefully choose whether or not you are doing a website location. And again, www.website.com. Or if you're uploading a document, you want to select the document upload, choose your file, and then hit save again for each of them. If you're uploading a total of 20 documents, you're going to go through all of these motions and steps 20 times. If you're only going to upload the first 4 required pieces of material, you should only do this 4 times. If you have a clean and clear, everything is uploaded and it's all correct, you will be able to click on the link of the document and it will pop out into another page to show you that that document has been uploaded. If you chose to upload a document and you click on the link and realize this is not the document I wanted to upload, you're going to select the delete button and then hit save again, and it will delete that element. And you would once again start over. Select upload document, choose your file, uncheck the delete button, and hit save. The last 2 pieces of this application are quite simple. The first is that you need to certify the page. I'm sorry, certify the application. It's still loading. Give it another second. There we go. And you do so by very carefully reading this. Again, this is a government document application, so you need to be very careful about what you're agreeing to. You will accept and agree, and then you will put the full name of the nominator. I put myself, and the full name of the fellow. I put Rachel. Congratulations, Rachel. And you will save and next this page. And the final page that you will work in will give you a set of instructions for submitting this document, which is right here. From this, if you feel like everything that you've entered into the Sage system is correct and you've saved it all, you haven't gotten any warnings, you will select your checkbox right here. You will save it. And again, this is the directions of how to actually submit this document. What it's telling you to do is go up here to the status change section. I only have one, which is called application canceled, so I could cancel this application. You will have 2 different things. You will have application canceled, which is you can cancel this application if you would like, or you can apply a different status, which is called submitted. And that's what you will choose if you actually want to submit your application. Once you have submitted it to us, you will no longer have access to this application to make any adjustments or alterations. It will then move on to Rachel and I, and then to Kim, and forward through the process. So be mindful of the time and be mindful of the time and investment of the Heritage Fellowship attachment page, because as we noted, there's 20 documents in total that you can upload. So it's certainly not something you want to wait till the last minute to begin that process. If in the event you find yourself inside of the Sage system, let's say on the day that it's due, and you begin uploading and putting in documents and so on and so forth, and you reach the deadline time of when the application is due, and you go to status change, you will no longer have an option to submit the document. You will only have an option to cancel the document. At that point, you would likely want to reach out to Kim just to verify that everything is okay in the Sage system and that you've missed something and the timeline is wrong. But the Sage system itself will take the option away from you because the grant is due at the time when the grant is due, and then it doesn't let you move any further. And then one last element of navigation, again, is going back to the Forms menu. So I'm just going to hover over that and select it. And this will let me click on whichever page I was already working in. So if I wanted to, go back and double check my application certification, I just have to click on that one versus go through all of the pages individually. I'm going to pass everything back to Kim. And then I see some chats popped up. So I suspect there are likely some questions, and we'll take it from there.
Great. Thank you so much, Robert
welcome.
and
You're
Rochelle.
welcome.
I hope this webinar is very helpful to all of you. You can always reach out to us here at the council, Rochelle, Robert, and Danielle, and I. But you can also contact the Folk Life Centers, which is posted on here, and they may be able to help you further. But before you submit, please carefully read your work before you submit, because we can just forward the complete submission to the panel. Any incompleteness will be when we go forward. And don't forget the deadline at February 23rd at 4 p.m. Thank you.